Good morning, Super Readers! Thank you for joining us in our Valley PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Nix.
I'm Mrs. Vang.
I'm Mrs. Hammack.
This is a place for us to learn, practice, and grow our brains to become even stronger readers, writers, and thinkers. So let's get started by warming up our brains with some
Ear training
called Daily Phonemic Awareness. And what is daily phonemic awareness? Well, it's just that. We're training our ears,
Turn 'em
so
up.
turn them on, because we're listening for some sounds in words. Today, we're going to do some phoneme blending, and I know that you're familiar with this. We've done it before. We're going to do it down our arms, so get those arms ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
I'm going to give you some sounds, and then we're going to blend them together. That's kind of squish them together to make a word. Here we go. Hua, I, ch. Now let's blend them together. Which, which. Did you say which? Great job. Okay, how about this word, or these sounds? Ch, a, t, ch, at, chat. Did you get chat?
I got it.
All right. Okay, last one. Let's do this one. Ba, n, ch. Ba, n, ch. Bench. Great work. You're really training those ears. Okay, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
A little dancing? Should we get those brains going this morning?
Let's do it.
All right, get yourself a little spot, and here we go. This one's called My Map.
Beneath my net, I have a map. I memorize it when I nap, so I don't fall into a trap and lose my way without a map. A map can take you far and near and lead you on for many a year. A map can wander round and then a map can bring you home again. Beneath my net, I have a map. I memorize it when I nap, so I don't fall into a trap and lose my way without a map. A map can take you far and near and lead you on for many a year. A map can wander round and then a map can bring you home again.
That was great.
Such a great
Oh,
song.
so much
I
fun.
like it.
All those sounds.
I know. We're going to continue working with sounds and letters with our phonics. And we're going to do our digraphs. So come with me to our word workboard.
All right, have fun.
All right, here we are. We have the cheese card, ch, C-H, T-C-H. The whale card, W-H, wh. And the fire card for the f, P-H sound. Now, we're going to have some friends help us today blend two words, and then we're going to build a word. Now, when we build words, it's similar to what you would do when you're writing, and that's why we practice, so you'll know how to do that when you get your pencil and your paper. Hey, friends, can you come help me read today?
Woohoo! I'd love to help you, Mrs. Hammack.
Oh, I'm so excited to see you guys.
I also dancing. I love it. We dance.
I know, you're a very good dancer. All right, you ready to help me? Today, I have this word. Listen to the sounds. See if you can blend it and tell me what my words are. Ch, e, k, ch, e, check, check. What do you think that is?
Check.
Very nice. Check. You got it. Good job. Let's try this one. This one has a consonant blend at the front. So we have to say those two sounds together quickly. Crunch. Crunch.
Ooh,
What do you think, Tina?
It's crunch, like, I like to crunch on yummy bugs.
Oh, I'm glad you like to crunch yummy bugs. I'm thankful that you do, because otherwise there'd be too many. crunch. Great reading. All right, I was wondering if you could help me to build the word chat. Chat. I love when we get to chat. What do you think we're going to start with?
Oh, I know.
Tell me.
It's going to be with that ch.
Yes, it is.
I know Ricky likes to make that ch sound.
Ch, ch, ch. Good job. All right, what do we hear next? Let's sound it out. Ch, ah. Ooh, what does that sound?
That's the short A. The short A says ah.
You are right. Ricky, you are a short vowel expert. Ch, ah.
I know the last sound.
I bet you do,
I know
Tina.
because it starts like my name.
You are
Tina.
right.
It's with a T.
You are right. Good reading. Chat. Chat. That was fantastic. Thank you for your help. I'll see you guys later.
All right, we'll see you. Have a great day.
And here's our sentence for today. When will the chick hatch? That's a question. When will the chick hatch? All right. It's time for us to practice our high frequency words with Mrs. Nix. Here we go.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Hammack. And yes, we're going to practice those high frequency words, those words that we see often in our reading and our writing. And we've got 5 of them that we've been practicing this week. You want to practice them with me? Let's do it. Let's go through and let's read them. Around, many, place, walk, and by. Great job. Today we're going to focus on this one right here. This is called, or this says place. So say it with me, place. Now let's spell it. P-L-A-C-E spells place. Great job. Let's practice using it in a sentence. This is a good place to sit. Did you see it? Excellent. It's always great to go through and find our words as they're used in a sentence. All right, we're always talking about super fun ways to practice our different words, and one of our favorite ways to practice around here is called Whack-A-Word, right? So you can lay out on your table, you could do it on a piece of paper and just write out all of your letters just like I've done, or if you have different magnetic letters, you could set them out, and then you're going to find something fun. And I used to use a pool noodle, but I found these cute little wands and I want to practice using with these. You want to join me and do it? All right, let's do it. So the word is place. What was our first letter? Yeah, it was a P. Can we find the P? There it is. Oh, that's so much fun. All right, what's our next letter? We have P, L, A, C, and where's the E? All the way, ooh, there it is again. All right, so much fun. So you can find fun things like this and practice your words at home. All right, one last thing before I let you go. To remember, our strategy for this week is to reread. So if you come across something and you need to reread it because you're looking for some important details, that's a great strategy to practice. I'm going to kick it over to a story and I'll see you back here in just a second. Bye-bye.
Map it. What kinds of maps are there? How can we use them? What kind of picture can show a whole country? A map can. A map is a special kind of picture that people can use to locate places. There are many kinds of maps. This is a map of our country, the United States. 2 other countries, Canada and Mexico, touch the United States. The lines on the map are borders, which divide countries and states from each other. This map also shows all of the states in our country. The states are different colors. 2 states, Hawaii and Alaska, are pictured in special boxes called insets. This is because they are located far beyond the boundaries of the map. Which state in our country are the biggest? Which states are the smallest? What else can you see on this map? You can see bodies of water, The Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the Gulf of Mexico are all large bodies of water that surround the United States. Which is the highest, a mountain, a hill, or flat land? A mountain is the highest, as this kind of map shows. Look at the colors on the map. They show the height of different parts of land in the United States. The map also shows the oceans around our country and some of its big lakes and rivers. The map has a key. A map key gives information about the map and helps you use it. The key shows you which areas on the map are flat, hilly, or mountainous. The purple areas show mountains, which are the highest kind of land. The green areas show lands that are mostly flat. The orange areas show hilly land, which means the land is raised and rounded. The blue areas on the map show bodies of water. Ocean, lakes, and rivers are shown in blue. Can you find mountains on the map? How can you tell this area has mountains? Take a look at Florida. Is the land there flat, hilly, or mountainous? What about your state? This map shows the whole Earth. You can see all the continents. A continent is a very large area of land. Sometimes there are many countries on one continent. There are 54 countries in the continent of Africa. A continent may also have no countries. Antarctica, the continent of the South Pole, has no countries at all. Earth's oceans are giant bodies of water that are all connected. However, we usually think of them as separate oceans. A compass rose shows the 4 directions: north, south, east, and west. North is the direction toward the North Pole. South is the direction toward the South Pole. If you are facing north, east is to your right, west is to your left, and south is behind you. Look at the compass rose. Can you find the continent that is east of Europe? Can you find the ocean that is west of North America? Which continents have you visited? Which continents would you like to visit? Another way of viewing the whole Earth is by looking at a globe. Have you ever used a globe to see the world? You can spin a globe to see all over the water and land on our planet. A globe is a model of Earth. Like Earth, a globe is round. On a map, places look smaller than they really are. Imagine if you had to show a full-size mile on a map. The map would be much too big for anyone to use. That is why a map scale is so helpful. This map shows imaginary towns that are close to each other and the special places in each town. Look at the map scale. This scale tells us that 1 inch on the map is equal to 1 mile. We can use a ruler to find out how many inches are between 2 places on the map. Then we can figure out the best route for getting from one place to another. Do you see where Raoul lives in the town of York? Do you see the stadium in the town of Branson? Imagine that Raoul wants to go to the stadium. How could he get there? You could measure the distance between the 2 places on the map. Every inch between the 2 places stands for a mile. How many miles is it from Raoul's house to the stadium? How many miles is it from the stadium to the airport? Imagine Raoul wants to go from the airport to the zoo. How would he get there? How many miles is it? Where else could Raoul go? How long will it take him to get there? Maps come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. They can show all of the continents on Earth or just a few streets in a town. Learning how to use maps can help us get from place to place.
That was a sure long story, but it was about maps, so I loved it. Did you guys enjoy that story? That was a story called Map It. Now, remember the strategy we're working on this week. We're working on read, read. You're right, we're practicing our read, read strategy. So remember, as you read, go back and reread parts that you did not understand. Rereading can also help you remember important information. So don't think of reread as something bad. So if your teacher or your grown-up tells you to go back and reread, that's not something bad. It's something actually that can really help you. So think of rereading as a great strategy to remember important information or going back to read parts that you didn't understand. So as I was listening and reading this story called Map It, I had a couple of questions that I didn't quite understand. So I had to read, and find my find the information that I didn't quite understand. So let me tell you what my brain was doing. So as we were looking at this picture, and this is a picture of a map of, it's the United States. That's the country we live in.
You're right. So here's here's a map of the United States. And as we were reading, I had a question. It said, what is a map and how does it help us? So I had to go back and reread so that I knew what a map was and how does it help us, because all week we've been learning about maps. I don't think I quite understood what a map was. So I went back and I was reading, and it says, what kind of picture can show a whole country? A map can. A map is a special kind of picture that people can use to locate places. And then I went, oh, that's my misunderstanding. I didn't know what a map was, and here was the answer. A map is a special kind of picture that it's a special kind of picture that people can use to locate places. So that's what a map is. So you see how that helps me? Rereading helps me but go back and think about those parts that I didn't understand.
I see that.
So here's another part that I didn't quite understand. So we were looking at this map, and this is the map of,
it's the map of our world.
You're right. Remember how we said the world can be a flat shape or a big giant?
It's a big giant ball.
You're right. Or it could be a big giant ball. We learned that on Monday, right? So now it says, what does a compass rose show us? So remember they were talking about a compass rose. Now, if you were reading and you weren't quite sure what a compass rose was, go back and reread, and let's see if we can find our answer to that. So it says, a compass rose shows the 4 directions: north, south, east, and west. North is the direction toward the North Pole. South is the direction toward the South Pole. If you are facing north, east is to your right, west is to your left, and south is behind you. Ooh, lots of good information.
I might have to reread that again.
It was lots of information, wasn't it? So, but remember, I wanted to know what a compass rose showed us.
I remember. It said it showed us the 4 directions.
You're right, Ricky. So did you guys see that? So I'm going to take my marker and I'm just going to box where it showed us so that my brain can say there it was, because as I was reading it too fast and I wasn't quite paying attention. So what does a compass rose show us? We now know. Can you help me? Oh, thank you, Ricky. You're going to hold on to my cat for me. A compass rose shows the what? The 4 directions. What are the 4 directions? North, south, east, and west. Good job. Okay, so did you guys get that also? Awesome. So that's what a compass rose shows us. Thank you, Ricky. And then it gave us lots of details about the north, the south, the east, and the west, isn't it, right?
North, south, right? East, west. lots of good information. You're right. Okay, so now that we know a little bit more about maps, let's go into our writing, and I want you guys to think about my writing prompt for you. So this week, or today, we are going to write, and my writing prompt says, why would you use a map? So we've had lots of maps that we've learned already. Remember in our first story, Me and the Map, a map of your room, a map of your town, right? And in this story that we just read, it was a map of the country, a map of the world, lots of different kinds of map. And we now know a map shows us location, right? It helps people locate a place. So my prompt, why would you use a map? So I want you guys to think, have you seen a map before? And think about why you would use a map. Oh, keep thinking. I'm gonna have Ricky call our friends to come help us. Tina, Rita, it's writing time! Hello, friends.
Hello.
Were you guys thinking about all the different kind of maps that you guys have seen? Or I want you guys to think about how you would use a map. How would you guys use a map?
You know, there are so many maps.
That's true.
And there's so many different things that we can do with them. Oh, you know what's a fun place to use a map at, though?
Oh, where?
Where?
I love using the map at the zoo. And then we can find all the different animals, and you could come and visit me in the reptile house with all my cousins and friends.
Oh, that's fun. I like that one.
That's a great idea, because whenever we go to the zoo, even though my son knows the zoo very well, he always has to grab a map because he wants to go and figure out where all the animals is. Do you guys do that too? Oh, I see a lot of me too's at home. They are all agreeing with you, Tina. So Tina said, I would use a map at the zoo to find animals. That's a great detail. Don't forget to start with your sentence starter. I would use a map at the zoo to find animals. So remember, Tina wouldn't just have put at the zoo to find animals because that's not a complete sentence. Great thinking, Tina. I love that. That was a great place to find a map.
I have an idea.
Okay, Rita.
I would use a map. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
To find treasure.
Treasure? Oh, that's the best kind of map, a treasure map.
Right, we could be like pirates.
Oh, I love that. So,
I like treasure too.
We can
Rita.
draw our own treasure maps.
Ooh,
That would be so
how
much fun.
Idea.
That is a great idea. So when you get done with your writing, if you want to draw your own treasure map, what a great idea. Rita, awesome. I love that. Rita said, I would use a map to find treasures. Have you ever had a treasure map? And the big X always marks what the treasure is. You're right. So, I see lots of excited friends at home. They
Mrs.
all
Vang, Mrs.
use
Vang.
treasure map. Oh, did you have another map?
I thought of one more, and I think it would be just amazing.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you really fast.
I wonder what it is.
Let's do this one. This one, I wrote it down for you, and it's to find rides at Disneyland.
Oh, that's a great idea. I use map at Disneyland to find rides. Oh, you too? Oh, that's great. Great writing today. You guys, I have another friend who has a great book to share with us. Let's see if you guys have read this book.
All right. Hi, my name is Mark. I work at the warehouse. We get all the books out to you guys at the schools. This is a new book in your library. This book is about a squirrel and a bird. Squirrel has finished collecting its nuts for the winter, and the bird lands by him. And squirrel offers bird a nut, but the bird says he only eats worms. So the bird wants to offer the squirrel something, so he says, Squirrel, I'd like for you to sing. But the squirrel can't sing at all. They encourage each other through the book, and together they discover to try new things together. To find out what happens to squirrel and bird, you will have to check out the book and read the book. Thank you for watching Valley PBS. Have a great day.
Thank you so much much, Mark. It was so awesome for you to help us by doing a book talk and telling us about a book. Wasn't that great?
It was fantastic. We really appreciate it.
So much.
Thanks for taking the time to do that.
Look at all of our families in Fresno Unified.
I know,
Right?
because it's a community of readers, and we want you to be part of that community too.
Knock, knock!
Who's there?
Cargo!
Cargo who?
No, silly, a car goes beep, beep.
Oh my word.
Oh, silly. Thanks for watching us here at Valley PBS. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.